Hi. Hello. I see there's a dance party going on in my chat. I will join. There we go. Yee. Dance, dance, dance. Yes. Welcome to more new tales from Borderlands. Episode 3. Am I gonna make a mistake? Who knows? Is the mistake to continue playing? Who knows? I don't know. Honestly, other than like a very tiny mild cliffhanger, could have ended last episode. There was just the mildest cliffhanger of Anu's bed being found at like the vault. Which, like, there's no reason for them to assume anything happened. But whatever, you know. Thank you, Joe. I'm glad you're here for a little bit, and also go to sleep soon. You still have school, I assume. I don't know your schedule, but I assume. Guess we're supposed to care about whatever's happening with Timmy? Yes, Tim E. I guess? I don't know. Probably, but also he seems to be fine. So I'm not too sure. Anyway. Let me just, whoop, there we go. We're gonna do episode 3 anyways. I do have notes in case it ends, like, within an hour again. Is that a mystery to solve or a MacGuffin to use later? Who knows, huh? Don't have school yet because a week of your classes were cancelled due to a storm, but yee. Well, in that case, the sleep is less of an issue, but the power is still an issue. So boo. Boo for blackouts. But yes, anyway. Marcus, please tell us what happened. I didn't care enough last time. They left Louis behind and, you know, stopped caring after that.
What were we talking about again?
I don't know.
The ding-dongs with the weird crystal.
God,
you
that's
see, when
2 seconds of a summary,
it's always
yeah.
tempting to open the door. But one must be careful of what awaits on the other side. And what walks through afterward. The doctor, the bruiser, and a man about town had secured themselves
Those
a
aren't our
mysterious
titles?
treasure.
Okay.
And with it, the attention of many dangerous people. Namely, Susan Caldwell, chairwoman of the TVOR Corporation. But those were worries for the future. For now, they had to rest, regroup, and figure out exactly what they'd gotten their hands on.
Who is who in that description?
What's with the long face?
Is that a...
just
Oh my
killed
god,
the
Louis, you have a
monster.
handsome Jack Card deck.
Did he drop
I
a fully
want
furnished
that.
Kroger shop? Or a gun with bullets that seek out Susan Caldwell's brain stem?
No?
That's why I'm upset!
You are back. Judging by your mood and dopamine levels, I have determined that team morale is high.
Thank you,
You
Louis,
have
I
earned
love you.
+3 skateboards.
What do the skateboards do again?
Yes.
Yes.
Fran, next time you'll be the bait.
No,
Wait,
I won't.
What?
No, you won't.
What?
You appear to be injured, Octavio. How?
Oh, you know, you fight an all-powerful vault monster, you're gonna have to deal with a few boo-boos.
Your word choice implies a possible concussion.
No, that's just him.
Lily, I love you so
What
much.
happened to you all exactly?
Ah,
Tell
what
me the
is? Oh
story
God,
how
I.
you did not immediately die.
Yeah,
I
I'm
nearly
telling
got
him.
killed. It was like 80% luck and 10% teamwork that we got out of there at all.
An honest response that does not make you seem at all cool.
But you respect me for telling truth, right?
Absolutely not. Lie next time.
Okay.
I respect it.
You don't count.
You don't count. Vault monsters typically drop treasure. Where is your treasure?
I'm keeping it safe.
What are you doing?
Calm your tits, Anu.
Wait, nothing happened to you when you touched it? No, like, visions?
No. What?
Never mind. This is an unknown, potentially volatile substance, and you're just tossing it around?
Listen here, Miss A.
Yeah, Anu, calm.
Do not tell me to calm down.
I will tell you to calm
me
down.
interested in talking more about this. What I meant to say was,
Who's? This
what?
is.
We can't run experiments on this thing?
And what exactly are you testing by tossing it in the air?
Duh. Aerodynamics. I thought you were the scientist.
What's the big deal? It's just a rock.
God, siblings.
Oh my god! What are you doing?
Beating your ass to keep away as per usual.
Just be careful. We don't know what
Hi, Lou.
exposure to it or touching will do.
If this thing was dangerous, the vault monster would have used it as a
That
weapon.
poster that
but it
says
didn't.
whipped
So we've
creep.
got nothing to worry. Ow, my ankle!
What?
Oh yeah. That's broken.
Over. I told you to stop.
Ah! 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 That feels nice. Huh. That's weird. I guess I'm made of stronger stuff than I thought.
No, no, you aren't. It's the shard. It healed you just like it healed that creature.
So, what does that mean for us?
We're gonna be rich!
I have to run a lot more tests.
We have a magic rock that heals people. We went down into that vault looking for a way to get rich, and this is it.
Now you have to calm down. We can't get excited about all this until we fully understand the variables. This little experiment might not even be repeatable. We can't be sure it'll heal every wound every time.
Sure we can.
Are you gonna break your own arm? Are you gonna kill yourself?
What are you doing?
Are you gonna kill
Being a
Anu?
man.
What has happened?
What? Don't be stupid.
Jesus. What? What?
I'm not the man. I'm not the man.
Sir.
That's for sure.
I also concur.
And heal. And heal.
This is why I said we needed to run more tests. When will you ever learn to be more
What the fuck is
careful?
happening?
It's working. I've learned nothing.
Well, that's true.
Man, the pain went away completely. I got full mobility.
Hot damn! Okay, that's great, but now, shoot me. What? Don't! I cannot stress enough how moronic this is.
What is happening? Why am I doing this? what is that?
Do me again.
No!
Do not! Do not, do not, do not, do not!
Wait, what is that? Wait.
My turn.
At least give him the crystal first. He's still fucking
Please
bleeding.
don't. I don't know how many ways I could say stop doing this. Just stop doing this.
Very Borderlands. I'm just fucking making noise.
Go take a nap, bitch.
Oh no, you've got to try this thing.
That's the look of someone who's
I
just realized she's
come
surrounded by
on.
insane
It's not
people.
Exhilarating. I'd really prefer not to.
Hey, how are you gonna test this thing if you haven't been on the other side of it? Just shoot somebody.
It's just all the shouting makes me nervous, and I probably shouldn't have a gun if I'm nervous.
Come on, stop being such a stick in the mud and live a little.
Okay, you're right.
Is he? I don't think
It's
he's
a
right.
serious bastardization of the scientific process, but we're learning, right? Don't be such a stick in the mud on. I guess,
What,
for the sake of science.
what the, shoot your brother, I guess. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
What did you do?
You said shoot somebody.
I didn't say shoot my dang heart. You got 3 out of 4 chambers.
What is
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Your skills indicate a
Thank
natural
you.
inclination towards murder.
What? No.
I can't believe you did this to me, my own sister.
like a really awful drug? I don't know what the
Somebody.
Sure, blame the victim.
Lord Louis must feel left out. I didn't want to shoot Louis.
Oh, thank God. It worked. It's. How do you feel?
Okay. Ooh. I'm okay. And I think I have an idea.
What? Your last idea
So
was
we have
shoot
a weird
people.
healing rock, which is great. Everyone loves healing. But what's the one thing everyone loves more than healing?
Gun.
Guns!
Guns! Why does everything have to be a gun?
Wait, but not a gun. Not the hurdy bang bang kind. This would be
It's
a
pretty dang tough to
long-range
still be standing
healing
after that,
gun,
though, yeah.
Right? It just shoots, beautiful rock slivers instead of bullets.
A long range.
What's that face? Is that a good face? Bad face?
A long range globe.
What?
We can't risk damaging the actual shard without knowing where or if there's a source to replenish it from.
I am definitely not yanking more of these out of some ancient angry monster.
Oh yeah. No.
But we don't need to. If this element, whatever this is, functions
No,
anything
the
like your
world
radium does,
series
which
and
it
worlds
seems
going
to
on.
in terms of
Everything
energy
is a gun.
expenditure, then I
Why
can
is everyone
harness
going
that energy
now?
and consolidate it into a beam of light, a healing ray.
What? Really?
Yes.
What?
I had a good idea. Because it feels like I actually maybe did.
Yes.
You had a good idea.
I don't know what that facial expression was.
It's completely fried. All right. If we're going to get anywhere with this idea,
My idea.
I'm going to need to fix my
Our.
device.
Your gun is broken?
My device needs some minor repairs.
Your
I'm going
good
to see if
idea
there's
was
anything
of
useful in this
shooting you.
froyo garbage.
You're froyo garbage.
Find parts. Sure. Is this parts?
Yes, you'll do nicely as a transparent containment unit. I think.
I love Louis just judging us in the background.
You know what they say. reduce, reuse, reimagine how to recreate your invention using found materials from
The solution is
bombed
still
out
guns,
workshop.
yeah. I'm also happy for that. Can I scan Louis? Hi, Louis. Assassin, pal, bounty, bot. What? Assassin, pal, bounty, bot. I don't think that's right, but I like it. Weapons, high caliber iron rounds, high caliber comedy. That's right. Kill count, over 800. Family sitcom in development at PTV. What? Barry Fran, the most Fran. Over 40 and still and flirty pansexual. Slings Froger to the deserving and punches to the jerks. Selective about hoverchair modes, especially that one. Octavio. Streetwise dude. Entrepreneur sibling. All get-rich schemes have been get-poor schemes. A true idea man in need of a willing-to-listen person. Flattered or even scanning him. Food service, dairy dispenser. Friend says, like wine, Froyo gets better with age. It does not, it gets expired. Very, very expired. Everyone loves Louis. I do not have time to mock up that poster, but know that I would.
Based on my analysis, this machine is, well, how to put it? Demolished, broken beyond repair, unusable, out of commission.
You touch my machine, and it's you who will be out of commission. Capiche?
Yes, got it. Capiche you loud and clear.
Okay, no touch machine, got it. Oh. What's that? Tape.
Is there anything you can't add marketing to these days? Pressure-sensitive tape. A true testament to the power of science and engineering. Presuming Fran doesn't have a welding machine, this ought to do the job.
Oh, right, you're still here.
Oh my god. Is he dead? He's not dead, right?
I mean, he
Tell me
should
he's
be
not
at
dead,
this
please.
point.
Who, Hank? Oh, he'll be fine. He just needed some time to cool off, and I obliged.
Refrigerators are full of usable material.
And me! I know what you're thinking. I thought I abandoned you in shame in a sewer. And you're right. But I do
What?
not capitulate so easily.
No,
No. I
Sir, how did you get in there?
Of course.
So, I did what any person of right mind would do, and I followed your trail here. Well, not here. This is my forward operating base as I plot my redemption.
You're living in our fridge?
It is free air conditioning. So, who's pathetic now? Still me.
Yeah, kind of.
Enough pity. I challenge you to Vaultlanders. Game of Kings. The true battle of brain.
I don't even know how to play.
You'll pick it up. It's really quite simple. Now, battle!
Select your Vaultlander.
Can we bring him along? Apparently we don't have a choice. Apparently he's just gonna show up. I really want to use Zane, but he's so much weaker than Flack. In this, for some reason. Kick Vasquez's ass. That I will do. So my love of the random TDR soldiers continues. Zane deserves better stats, he really does. So I'm just gonna do Flack again.
Flack versus Vasquez. Vollander.
Feel his face, yeah.
Fight. Ho-ho! That's toasty! Critical! Vault him! KO! You won!
Well, that was an even more embarrassing victory than him. Even more embarrassing loss for him than the last time. Even more embarrassing victory for me. But yay, I guess I got Vasquez now.
Victory is yours.
Yes, it is.
You fought with great skill.
Yeah.
Are you truly a novice? Were
Sir,
you hustling me?
I love you.
Sure, I've never played before.
But please go
I
back
understand
into
the
the fridge.
Do you want to live with me in this fridge?
What? No. But thank you for the game. This was fun.
Fun? How dare you besmirch Voltlanders by calling it fun? 'Tis a
Feeling
duel of
Zane might have been
strategy,
able to win that fight
bravado,
too.
and
Yeah.
guile. You are unworthy of your natural skill. Be gone.
Okay, goodbye.
Open or closed?
Closed.
So weird.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, I can scan him. Frozen Hank, low temp, loser, cold dude. Makes great sculpture for parties. Just add dairy for Hank flavored yogurt. Fuse box, engineering component. A fuse box with weak, cheaply built TDR fuses. It's okay, but no comparison with Atlas branded fuses though. Did you know your Atlas goggles use the strongest, longest lasting fuses on the goggle market? Well, now you do. Useful for repairing technology because Atlas uses the strongest, longest lasting fuses on the market. No, come back, we love you.
One good fuse is all I need. So long as I don't screw up the assembly process, that is.
Yeah, just take out a fuse, that's fine. Do I have that? Hi Louie, I love you. Hi. Do I not have anything? Don't think. Oh. This mythical beast, tuned titan. Some kind of colossus who blasts top 50 hits before it devours you. Over 100 polka tunes. Run for your lives. We lost power to the fridge.
Is there a reason why there's a camera hidden inside your jukebox machine?
Yeah. It's for my OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, you know, it's a subscription service for my loyal customers so they can keep an eye on the shop. Sort of like crowdsourcing a security team to keep an eye on the place. But don't tell my fanatics that.
Yes! Got it! Oh. Sorry. The camera was offline, and the shop as well. So I thought maybe I could use the lens in the device. Ta-da! Now, for the finishing touch. It didn't... but it should have... I don't...
Should it do something?
It's not
I
calibrated
mean,
to this new element.
we've
I'll
been
make a
here
few
for
adjustments,
like
that's all.
this one thing for like 26 minutes now. It should do something, in my opinion.
Oh. Yep. It didn't detonate.
Just like to remind people that we're supposed to be about halfway through this whole story. Yeah.
Now, to ensure this healing ray actually heals, which would require an injury to heal.
So we get to shoot ourselves again.
We need to test the device.
By shooting ourselves again. For the good of science.
It needs to be me. It's my device and it's... To be honest, I didn't exactly have it working perfectly before. I won't risk it on either of you. But...
Ew, Anu, ow.
Eesh.
You were just taking turns shooting at each other like it was a pillow fight.
Yeah, that was nuts, but like awesome.
This, however, is just...
Unsettling.
All right, fine. Now, someone has to do the honors.
It's fine. I didn't want to be included.
No, Louie, come back. Fine,
I'm game.
fine.
Oh, sure, Fran. Just,
Oh, it's a sheet
point and
knife.
shoot. Sort of like a portable throw-good dispenser.
Oh, is that how a gun works? Sorry, device. Got it. Big overture little show, huh?
Oh,
Whoa.
Yep, you knew it would work.
I knew it would work. Of course it worked!
we are gonna be so freaking rich.
Louie's great with guns, yeah.
Do you guys realize what we have here?
Women,
Do you women realize what we have here?
just say y'all.
Do y'all realize?
That this could change everything. That it
I
would
just-
be as easy to save a life as take it. That
There's better
injury,
place to cut this
sickness,
out.
they can
There's a
all be
lot of
solved
better
with the
ways to
pull of a
test
trigger.
something like this
That
out.
just maybe this universe will finally give life the respect it deserves.
Ma'am, please.
I can't believe it. I always wanted to change the universe for the better, and now we actually
Sure, what you said.
Yes, all that stuff. For sure.
You're just thinking about the money, aren't you?
No, I totally respect life. So much.
Oh, yes. Speaking of which, thank you for helping me kill Hubert Hotdog. I have forwarded your percentage of the bounty.
All right. So we make
Also,
a bunch
money
of
has
Healy
no
guns,
meaning in
but
this
to do that,
game.
we need money.
First, device. Second, we only have this one shard. Third, we don't yet have a complete understanding of what this shard is capable of or how it works. Let's not start talking about mass production quite yet.
Counterpoint.
Thanks,
What better
Lou.
way to test the shard than to make a whole bunch of Healy guns
We're not calling them that.
and test them? This is like basic business development. Didn't they teach you that at Space College?
Spallage.
Spallage.
Spallage?
Spallage?
I'm not.
I agree
comfortable
with
making more
Louis.
than one of these
Spallage?
Healy guns. These devices until I've worked out all the kinks. And spallage is absolutely not a thing.
Anu, come on.
I'm
this is
just here
classic
for
you.
Louis at this
Working on
point, like-
something for way too long, not wanting to show it off. But let me tell you something. There is no such thing as perfect. Down here, you gotta
I
get
just,
messy and
like-
move fast.
But at Atlas,
I
they
hate
fired you.
knowing that in like the original Tales, this would have been
Say
like
you're right.
10
Where
minutes.
would we
you
get
know?
this kind of startup money? I mean, pretending I'd go along with this whole thing, just hypothetically.
Louis, do you have any high-value targets we could take out?
Listen, I'm gonna go for Louis.
I'm an assassination bot, not a takeout bot.
I mean,
In
I'd
any
love to
case,
take
In
you
order
out.
to raise the funds required for your business venture, we would need to take out a target with the relative galactic importance of calculating. The sun.
So, is there anyone like that, or...?
There is no one like that.
Oh.
Less stupid idea. We could go on sink or swim.
Oh! What? It's this new Promethean EchoCast, where you pitch an invention to an investor. If he likes it, he basically throws endless money at you.
What if he doesn't like it?
I do not know. Never actually watched it. Fran?
It comes on during the evening Frogurt rush, so I haven't seen it either.
Well, it's Promethean, so probably something bad.
Guaranteed something very bad.
Probably something bad, yes. But hey, if anyone else has a smarter plan, I'm all ears.
All right, sink or swim it is. But if we win,
When we win.
we have to invest some of that money into research. Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
All right. Let's get ready for a pitch that will change
Can I,
the universe.
Cringe myself out of this game? Because I feel like I have like a very bad feeling about this amount of secondhand embarrassment I'm about to feel.
If I may take a moment of your time, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about something so new, so revolutionary.
Cool, we're getting another montage of them
Completely change your life.
doing
If you respect
stuff,
high quality,
maybe.
if you expect only the best,
Where's the story going? I don't know. The galactic importance of the sun. Still, honestly, I might. I love the whole reason in the background. Expecting and dreading much cringe and secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, if I start cringing, I'm deleting this game. I mean, I'm already cringing a little at the fact that they're freaking going on like a thing to like get money for a thing. It just please, I want to live, game. And he's there again somehow already. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yay! Good job, Lou. You got it. My boy. Where to find it? Louis, I love you. You're the only reason I'm still here. Are we having a montage instead of like gameplay?
just have fun with it.
Because this is not a game. It's barely a game.
We're going on sink or swim.
You're not going on sink or swim.
Oh, come on.
All the contestants have already checked in, which means you have no business back here. Move along.
Okay, that person does not look like he is anywhere near in the Borderlands.
Scram. Skedaddle. Move your tush.
I'm very important.
It's okay. I'm very important.
I don't know what that means.
It means I can get into any building I want without a guard's gut in my way.
Body shaming. 2 paces back.
Why do you look so normal? I don't know. Why does he look so normal?
You're not getting through this
Why
door.
is this the
Assumes
most
my name is
normal
Mark
man that's ever been around?
Whoa! What the hell, Lou?
Good job.
Contract filed by groundskeeper Seymour Sato complete. Marvin kept standing on his grass.
So you killed him?
He committed an infraction for which someone filed a grievance.
Thank you,
On his
Louis.
head.
I love you. You're
My
the
programming
only
demands I
reason
fulfill open
this
contracts.
game has any, like,
But
reason
those
of
seems both
existence.
harsh and gratuitous. I feel.
Is there a
Shitty?
thing in the...
Yes. Contract deposit received.
Of course you do. You straight up murk a guy because someone filed the complaint. And for what? A
Dude,
little filthy, degrading blood money.
Octavio, what the
I
fuck?
was planning to share it with the group.
We...
Unless you object.
I guess it's our filthy, degrading blood money after all.
Octavio!
He's dead, isn't he? It's not like refusing is gonna bring him back to life.
I feel my functionality impedes my consciousness. Is capital execution my only purpose?
What is
Alas,
happening?
Poor fallen security guard. You serve
We're
as
not
a
even on the
grim
show
reminder to my
yet, and I'm
tenuous sense of
already...
self. Conclusion. I shall remain here
No!
in Marvin Baxter's stead, if only to uphold his legacy and honor the
Stop,
life I so
game!
reflexively
Please,
extinguished.
stop, like...
I'm sorry, old friend.
Stop, like, forcing reasons into existence for Louis to stay behind. Because he is overpowered. You made an overpowered character, and now you're just, like, forcing excuses into the world for why he should stay behind. It's not fun.
Okay, be cool. Act like we belong here. We're totally legit contestants and not three desperate people with a half-baked plan to win some money.
Hey, future losers! Just kidding, little rib. Look at your faces! This one took
Look
us
at
so
your
seriously.
face.
No, we're cool.
What-
We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. Pierre Palatine, great to meet ya.
Yeah, same.
So,
Didn't even
what
get
are
a
you bringing to this thing?
fucking title.
You'll see.
I feel like
But you
there's
don't
a
wanna, like,
severe,
waste
like,
your first
lack
pitch on
of
the judges, do
title
ya?
cards
Come
in
on.
this game.
Hit me with it. You, nervous girl. I'm your driver. Let me see it at least.
No, fuck off.
Come on, hit me with it. Give me your pitch, or I'll kill ya. Ha! Just joshing. Or am I? Ha!
If this baby makes
This
it
is a
to
great
market,
stream. Thanks for
everything you
this,
know
Tube. Good night,
will
everyone.
change.
It's so tempting.
Everything. Wow. That is vague to the point of utter uselessness. Fantastic.
I hate you.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just, it's quaint.
Quaint?
Plain, boring looking. Look, I was being polite. Psycho would have noticed this in a trash heap, let alone a judge.
Just have the overpowered
I
characters
wanted to
just
see if
flat
I had
saying,
interfered
nah,
in
you
the
got this.
competition and,
Yeah.
update.
Just have them, like, chill in the background.
You talk a big game. Show us what you brought.
Reveal my beautiful product before showtime? Psh! You take me for a patsy? You'll sabotage it.
No one's sabotaging your stuff, dude.
Yeah, right. Exactly what a saboteur would say. Good luck, chumps. Hope
Can
you're
I
not
go?
floating.
Hope you don't mind being frozen solid and smashed to pieces in your sleep.
I honestly might just
What?
go.
What?
Have a great show. Maybe I should have punched him in the face too, just to make sure he got the message.
In Fran's defense, he had a very punchable face.
Glad he just sabotaged our thing,
If I
yeah.
could create an index of all the punchable faces, I'd punch them in order, starting with his.
Sick burn, sis. Relax.
Oh, cool. We're getting into, like, a faux argument again?
Most relaxed,
I-
but between those relaxed moments, I have these not so relaxed micro moments. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
What if that condescending joke was right? What if the device is too quaint? What if the judges hate our pitch? What if my underarms are too sweaty? I don't smell like science, and I definitely don't smell confident.
Ugh, yeah, that's something special.
I'm serious. I could really use some of that Octavio swagger right now. How do you always keep your poise?
He really doesn't. That's...
How do you do it? You're so good at just rolling with whatever's happening and talking to people, and I'm...
deflect with questions.
I could answer your question, but why not respond with another question?
Can we press B to see what
Because I'm
Louis
asking for
doing?
your help.
But what if I deflected the focus back to you?
That would be incredibly annoying.
And yet, what does it mean to truly be annoying?
Enough! Oh. Pitch and public speaking aside, all that stuff Palantine said, we focused on function and performance, which is obviously the correct tactic, right? But does it need more style? Is our device just quaint? How do I give it, pizzazz? I'm not a marketing person. I'm a scientist. I can't vibe with today's tweens.
I like it. It looks Spartan, utilitarian.
I do too. But I'm starting to think that won't be enough for a bunch of buzz-hungry, image-obsessed game show investors. I see it in your face. You think we're dead in the water. And now I'm sweating more. Octavia, what do I do?
You stay here and try not to sweat anymore. Leave the rest to me. All right, Palantine. You're about to get Octavio'd. All the usual fare.
No. No. I'm sorry, I don't usually do this, but no. Chris went to get a fucking drink, I don't blame him. I couldn't anymore. Just... That was it. It was like, okay, so like the first half hour, okay, was just them talking in the diner and like, creating the pistol and having the gun off. And then it was like, okay, maybe now will something happen. And it's just more nothing. There's been like no advancement of any sort of plot in the last 45 minutes of this game. And I'm just not doing it anymore. I am not about to like walk into a cringe fest between Octavio, who is already cringy on his own, but is like bearable, versus Palpatine or whatever his new name was, who had some weird thing going on, and I don't fucking know, but it was about to cringe me to death. So I'm not going to. I'm not doing it. I just... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The main Borderlands team, because they did the stealth hill and nothing to do with this, yeah. And I would have been fine, but because the Borderlands team does know how to make a story. There might not always be the best story, but they know how to write a story, at least. Because this was barely a story. The other Borderlands games have good stories. Hell, people didn't like Borderlands 3, but it had a at least a decent story. Like, maybe not the best, or not the best compared to the others, but I thought it had a decent enough story. And yeah, I liked 3 well enough. Like, story-wise, sure it wasn't a lot, but it was good fun and it was a story. I am also aware we're in the minority of liking Borderlands 3 stories, but I you know, it was fine. I never felt like the story detracted from my enjoyment of playing the game, you know? Was it the best? No. Will I continue to rave over it? No. But that's okay too. It was a first-person shooter game, you know? And this is a story-based game. And we're in episode 3. I have zero clue where it's going because there's been nothing like of overarching stakes. And we've just witnessed 45 minutes of them making maybe one decision about how they're gonna get money to do a thing. Like, this whole 45 minutes could have been 10 minutes at the end of the previous episode. Like, at the end of the previous episode, it could have been Anu going, wait, I think I can do something with this. Have a little shoot off, and then go, oh, we need to have money for this. And then, you know, whatever happens in this episode. Like, it wouldn't have fixed the story in any kind of way, but, you know, it would at least have, like, some, like, decent tempo then. Alright. Details from the Borderlands episode 3 pulse. Right. Okay, yeah, nothing really happens. Cool. Rest of... Okay. It's... No, it's... we're gonna hack into, like, the guy's invention so it would ruin his pitch. We get the pitch. The pitch would go bad either way. We get dunked in shark-infested water regardless. Anu does. Octavio has to save her, which I guess is like the only thing that really is like anything that happens, but again, it's not really anything that advances the plot, it just kinda is there. To have like a stake for this pitch, I guess. There's a talk with Louis about him having a crisis about his life, which is, I guess, the only actually interesting thing that happens. And then Anu goes to steal a corpse from the morgue? For testing purposes? So, like, nothing actually happens that advances the plot in any kind of major way. In episode 3, the halfway point of the series, usually the turning point in original Tales from the Borderlands is the point where everything was going to shit and everything was getting worse. The halfway point is when you introduce a game show, yeah. Best review titles, so New Tales from the Borderlands, so funny you forgot to laugh. Alright, episode 4 is like Anu actually, like, getting the corpse or something. Her having an argument with Octavio because, again, apparently Anu dies and then gets revived. There's an alien force that possesses Anu for reasons. The badass super fan, aka the Faultlander guy, shows up again. So that's cool. That's important. That's important, you know. They get captured at some point by TDR. Again, this is... I'm like reading from like... guides, and it's so little is happening. I think my issue is that they're calling it Tales. Imagine this story around and telling the story around a campfire. Captured? You mean something happens with stakes? Maybe? I don't know. Like, that's the end of episode 4, so they, like, have to resolve it at the beginning of episode 5, you know? That's been the only stake thus far. Stapleface comes back as a TDR soldier, apparently. Don't know why or when. Again, I'm not reading through it as fully, so I don't know. I don't like this sentence. After the sacrifice of Stapleface and Louis and the universe fate in her hands, Anu has to make a difficult choice. I don't like that at all. Anyway, doesn't seem like there's anything, like, really happening, unless I'm really missing something, but it just seems like the shard is bad. And that's it. Okay, this revealed that the player character's crystal is only half of a larger relic that Coldwell holds the other piece of, and she's planning to unite both parts into a super weapon that can torture people and entire planets into submission. Not gonna lie, that's dumb. Episode 4, yeah. All the side characters were more enjoyable than the main cast as a lot. Yeah. Well, the game initially had a larger cast of characters. Many actors were unable to complete motion capture work for the game. The result, the writing team had to modify the game's script to focus on the 3 core characters, resulting in a more intimate story. Singular state. Apparently they couldn't have used doubles for the characters, no? Yeah. Anyway. What if we just, like, rewrite the entire story? Well, like, let's just do that right now, you know? Let's just, you know, I'll just, you know, not cringe myself to death and change this to, like, just chatting. And we're just gonna talk about it. Don't force yourself to do something that isn't fun. Yeah, I wasn't having fun. I don't think you can fix it. I can fix this. I'll have to scrap everything, but I can fix it. Listen, I am pretty certain that I can make a Borderlands story. I'm 100% certain that I can write a better Borderlands story than this. So we get rid of Octo and Anu and make Fran an actual badass. Oh hey! Hi Oops! Welcome to I abandoned the game because I was very bored and it was about to cringe me to death. So we've given up and now we're gonna rewrite it live on stream. Welcome to this stream. Because I am not about to deal with whatever the fuck that was going for. Can I offer you some dinosaurs in the strike time? Please do. Always. You can always offer me dinosaurs, but especially in my trying times. The man cheap get a refund. I'm glad I got it on sale. I'm glad I didn't pay full price for this. Okay. I think the game had fewer montages who might have been under the time limit for refunds. Yeah, for real though. Still think you overspend on it. Yeah. Listen, Louis was worth it. Just Louis, you know? I just think, other than there not being any kind of overarching story, is that I love that. Thank you for Long Beak Dinosaur. I love him. If all that happened was the actual plot of the stories we've been engaged yet, we'd have a playtime of 20 minutes, yeah. But yeah, other than there being like no overarching like plot or anything that's happening, like the shard as like an overarching plot was introduced too late to make it an overarching plot. But other than that, my general complaint is how normal everything is. Like, just, it all feels too normal. Like the character, like Fran, not so much, but Octavio and Anu especially feel very like safe and normal. Promethea also, I like Promethea. I'm very interested in Promethea. I'll have you know that. While playing Borderlands 3, I like Promethea. I like Promethea. It has my favorite vehicle, the Cyclone. I fucking love the Cyclone. And I like the potential Promethea has as, like, another hellscape. And it was just New York. It was New York, but things are a little bit bad. New York, but a little bit to the left. And I don't like it, because that's not Promethea. Like, I was, like, I talked about it, during one of Chris's streams. I love that. Oops, that's a man. Perfect, beautiful. But I talked about it during one of Chris's streams. Of, like, Promethea is supposed to be, like, the worst. Like, you think Pandora is bad, and Pandora is bad, but everyone in the universe talks about Promethea like it's the worst. Like, Promethea is supposed to be the worst place to be, even though Pandora exists. That's how bad it is. It's supposed to be the hellscape amongst hellscapes. Like it was an actual quote, that I sent to Chris, of like an actual quote in the game of Atlas, who is headquartered on Promethea, telling Pandoran settlers, at least you're not on Promethea. It's that bad. Because it's supposed to be an hellscape, but worse than that, it's an urban hellscape. It is a mega city. It's a hellscape, but it's awful because it's urban. It's a city. It's all city. And I love the, like, you could do so much cool stuff with that, and they just didn't. I hate it. Like, that's so... Because in my brain, like, okay. You gonna share an image of the true ending because it made my brain melt? Sure. Guessing the game went well. Yeah, we quit halfway through episode 3 because nothing was happening, and now we're rewriting the game. We abandoned it. They left Louis behind again, and we're gonna go on like this universe equivalent of Shark Tank to pitch their idea for a gun that heals people. And it took them 45 minutes of talking to get there. And I was about to cringe myself to death. What the fuck is this image, Chris? And Noobs doesn't know anything about Borderlands, so it's supplying dance. Yeah, so we're all doing well, we're all fine. But anyway, I'm gonna start with what I remember from episode 1 and we'll go from there. I'm not gonna write stuff down. Y'all better remember what I'm about to... Cause in my brain, okay, in episode 1, first of all, they start off in like, with Anu in like the Atlas space station, get rid of the space station. Atlas doesn't need a space station. They were on Promethea. They are headquartered in Promethea. The only reason why you put them on the space station is to get, like, a Helios moment, and it's not working. So, get rid of that. Anu is on Promethea. And we're gonna do a complete, like, in this mega city. And that's enough distance between her and Octavio. If you actually make it, like, a mega city. If you make it a hellscape of a mega city, that is enough distance. You don't need to literally put her into space. She could just be in the Atlas headquarters that are already established to be on Promethea. That's okay. Reese lost any and all charm here. Yeah, we'll get to that. Second of all, have, like, artificial slums, I guess. I mean, like, there, in my brain, because there was already a little bit of that in Borderlands 3, but, like, the idea of the city, like, overlapping each other. Like, this is a layered city, and the fact that there's literally, like, there's a road, and then there's a road above it with houses above it, and then there's another thing on top of it. You can make that a hellscape. Just, you know, have it be a layered city and have the bottom be like an artificial slum. That's where Octavio can be. That's maybe also where Fran is. I don't know. I haven't figured out that part yet. Make it more like Midgar. Yeah, I don't know enough about Midgar for that, but yeah, have it just be like layers on top of layers on top of layers. Like, this is a mega, mega, mega city. It will make it more suited for, like, this, like, world. It will make it more suited for Borderlands. It will make it more suited for, like, cool cyberpunk stuff if you want to work that into it. It will, like, establish, like, a very, like, claustrophobic, like, hellhole kind of space. With, like, the idea, also, like, the idea of literally working your way up. Let's see, what else did I have in my notes? Have cyclones. I put it in my notes twice by accident. But have cyclones, please. They're my favorite vehicle. And we're 3 episodes in and I haven't seen even one cyclone and I'm sad. I love cyclones. They're the perfect one-man vehicle for, like, these dumb, like, undercity alleyways. Psycho addicted to cybernetics? Yeah, that's a cool idea. Psycho's addicted to cybernetics. Hashtag laugh cheap, have cyclones. Yes. But yeah, you could have, like, a cool, like, you could have a cyclone chase, yeah. I mean, you know, Psycho's addicted to cybernetics, like, very much getting into, like, cyborg kind of stuff, and, like, might also, like, tie in Louis' humanity thing a little bit more. Because that just came out of nowhere in this episode for no reason, because the game left Louis, needed a reason to leave Louis behind again. But if you pull in, like, cyborgs and, like, the idea of, like, getting addicted to cybernetics and, like this over-reliance on technology, and are robots alive or not? Also, on Promethea, in Borderlands 3, there were a lot of, like, other types of robots. That's where they introduced like the robots enemies of like the police robots and the medic robots and like like the little floaty dudes that are basically just a torso with a helmet. Those ones. Because that's cool. That's neat team if you want to have Louis in this game. Borderlands already has a guy who literally goes full cyborg and turns himself into a huge robot. Yeah, go for it. What else do I have? I have a lot of stuff. Also, the cyclones will probably, and like possible cyclone races and stuff, will also help with another issue I have, which is that everything so far has been in walking distance. Except for the space station, but again, that didn't matter. It didn't have to be a space station. Otherwise, everything has been in walking distance. So yeah, do that. Also, as for Anu, we're getting into character stuff now, which might be controversial, because I do think these characters have potential, they're just not there. I don't want to get rid of them completely, because I think they can get there. They just need a lot of tweaking. Louis, no notes. Yeah, that's also here. Louis, perfect, no notes. Verbatim. But for Anu, because I want to start with Anu, I like her slapping stuff to make it work like a soap. Yeah, that is funny. I like that. That is silly and is funny, and I like that. Should you make it a mini game in the middle of a fight? Probably not. But, you know, it's still a funny bit that can happen. Character-wise, what I was thinking of, as I thought more about her, and like in the context of like Borderlands as a franchise, I thought like, based on like her character so far, if you pushed her a little bit more, she'd be like a good counter to Tannis. Let me explain. As in, Tannis is very much the embodiment of science without ethics. Like, that's Tannis to a T, pun intended. Is science without ethics. And, like, based on, like, some hints that they don't fully push through, Anu can be very much the opposite of that. Of, like, yes, scientist, but also, if it doesn't align with her moral code, it's not fucking happening. Because there was this, like, tiny little bit in episode 1 of her having, like, let go of the jabbers because, like, she doesn't like them being tested on or something like that. I don't know. Episode 1 was weird. I wasn't feeling it already. But, like, that's a, like, you know, parallels. Fun. Tie that in. They're both, like, scientists, very much, like, into like the siren thing and like, you know, researching sirens and siren powers and stuff like that. Have them be counter forces. Should Tannis be in the story? I don't know, but you can at least reference her that way, and it won't feel as forced. You can have Anu like go on about Tannis, about like great scientist, but like awful morals. Like there's something there, I feel, where like character-wise. Also, I think, let me know if this is maybe too much like the original Tales from the Borderlands, but like, I think that, like, Anna should go to like, should like get a message of like, oh, you test your like little like teleporty thing, like in front of the staff. Like it has to happen now. Anu isn't prepared, blah 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 blah. Goes anyway. And like either like that's the thing and she gets fired immediately, or Theodore has already taken over. And now she's fucked. Now she has to, you know, she thought she was gonna pitch her thing. Turns out shit's fucked and she needs to get out ASAP. Because that's a little bit of what happens in Tales, in the original Tales, but then it's more like Reese tries to like, you know, shit's a little bit fucked, but it's not that bad. But Reese tries to screw over Vasquez. It's not completely similar, but it is like protagonist is expecting something else happens instead. And for Anu, it's just shit's really fucked. Then you also just have like immediate plot, immediate mystery, immediate thing, like immediate threats. Just like don't get it in the hands of Theodore, they will kill you. Anna needs to get out. While she's doing her presentation, Theodore's still just slowly coming in behind her to also watch would be fun. Yeah, just like she's giving her presentation, it's not going well because she can't do public speaking, that's not her thing. I think you can still use that as like a character trait. And then like, she sees TDR soldiers already coming in. And just gets her more flustered because people like tell her to continue. But like, the soldiers coming in, what is happening? And then slowly dawns on everyone what's happening, and TDR soldiers come in, shit's fucked, she needs to get out. I think then you could also like establish more of a relationship between her and like her, I can't remember her name, Dawn? Something like that. But her like assistant slash fellow scientist, question mark? I don't know. She hasn't shown up since. But like you can establish like a thing of like, you know, a little conversation of like, oh, why can't you do the presentation? Oh, but it's your like product and blah 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 blah. Like establish more connection between those two. And Anu is just getting more flustered by Tidor coming in, Tidor is like, and then also of her like, her having the connection of like, Tidor has come in, has taken over Atlas, shit's fucked, and then going down to her brother because she thinks he's in danger, and him going, what else is new? Like, is that, you know, it's Promethea. Shit's always fucked. DDR, sure, it was, you know, was Malawan like a year ago. What does it matter? Like, very different, like, ideas on, like, how much danger they're in. Based on their lived experiences, you know. Looked it up, her name is Fong. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that, but I think it's Fong. Yeah. I think also, Octavio should be, how do I phrase it? Worse? Like, I think I talked about it a little bit last time, but I think he should be more of an anarchist. I think he should be, like, less elsewhere. That works too. I think he should be, like, less, like, wannabe businessmen slash, like, influencers slash the loser of the neighborhood. I don't know what his deal is exactly. But, you know, I think you can, like, really, like, have him, like, actually be the sociable one. Have him the one that can work with people. Have him be the one that, you know, didn't work their way up the, like, ladder. Because he isn't as smart as Anu. But he can do shit too, it's just that he also, like, doesn't care. He, you know, he's all the way down there. In the slums, like, semi-underground. Not really underground, but it's, like, below everything else, so who knows. Doing cyclone races and actually committing crime, maybe. And Louis is there, and Louis is great, perfect, again, no notes. And he should wear a catch-a-ride jacket, yeah. The Fotlander should have been actual little bots that fought like proper fighting. Also that. But yeah, that would also have been lovely. Have it be like, because in the original Tales they established like these like, on Pandora, but you know, why not everywhere else, but like this big death race thing. They established a big death race thing where people shoot each other and race each other for a thing. And that Scooter was really into it. Tie that into it, but now it's a Promethean twist, and it's cyclones, and it's honestly even more deadly because it's cyclones and they're basically just big wheels. So, like, you know, have death races, like, and, like, you know, be, like a little bit of, like, pop star, like, bravado, but, like, it only means something, like, in those lower parts, you know? Like, yes, he's successful, it just doesn't translate at all. I just think that could be a very fun thing for both of them, of like, yes, they're successful, it just completely doesn't like translate or achieve anything in each other's worlds. But yeah, I think, you know, that's a fun thing of like Anu going down, probably meeting Octavio at Fran's place, being all like, Tedior has attacked Atlas, everything is bad, everything's going to shit, having like a minor panic attack or major panic attack. I made this thing, but like stuff happened, and then just like Octavio basically going, shit's always fucked, what else is new? And Fran going, you know, she has her I still think she should have her insurance thing going on, but she's basically like, because of the insurance thing going on, she's basically like, cool, that's fine, all my stuff is Tedior's. I hope that will make sure it gets like replaced soon. And then Tedior actually attacks and fucks shit up. And we get some cute Tedior soldier moments. I also think like the shard, if you want to make, I don't know if we want to make that a thing, but if we want to make the healing shard, healing miracle shard that's apparently part of like a doomsday device, a thing, then it needs to be like a thing Anu took from Tedior, or a thing that like Octavio found, or something. It needs to like already be there. Like, set that up as like a mystery already. You know, have it be like a thing Anu was researching, have it be a thing Octavio found, or like won in like his deathmatch, or like something. Have it be already like important in some way. If we don't want it to be a plot thing, I'm also fine with that, because I also think oh, the MacGuffin we found is part of a doomsday device, and Tedior is planning to destroy and torture people with it. Makes no fucking sense. Maybe I don't know enough about Tedior as a company, and also like most companies in like the Borderlands universe are fucked up, but also that's stupid. Maybe a bunch of little things from these different places that fuse together into MacGuffin, yeah. Yeah, give them a reason to stick together. Or like, you know, don't immediately give them a reason to stick together. But, you know, force them together. I mean like, in the original Tales, Reese and Fiona weren't always together in the exact same place. And that was fine, because they both had their own motivations and goals and things to do. And that can be true for these characters as well. They can still, like, do their own shit, only for the plot to go, no, 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 you two actually need each other. And if you don't go to each other, shit's gonna get fucked. I will hear nothing bad about Flatov. I would never say anything bad about Flatov. Flatov is a very reasonable company. With a Russian accent. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Chris. You're right. You got my MacGuffin, it's my MacGuffin too. I stole it, I won it, etc. Yeah, it can very much like, to take from the original Tales again, the first Gorgeous piece, Rita and Fiona each took apart, and then it fused together as soon as it got close. Or as soon as they activated it, because it was all part of Gorgeous, the baby. So that can be a thing, of like... Anu was researching this thing, maybe for like... Maybe for its healing properties or something, or like maybe for... Or maybe that was her like teleporty thing. Like, cause I don't know if it like was gonna serve any purpose in the future, but it certainly wasn't now. But have that be like her, well, I have this vault artifact thingy, and I can use it to like teleport things. And I put it into a device that's not a gun, and that's gonna, you know, help people somehow. And then for Octavio, it's I've won a thing in a death race that can heal any, like, wound I get. Which makes him, you know, even cockier and more, like, ready to risk shit. Because it doesn't matter. And then they get together and it's a thing of like, hold on a second. Why is this part of... Is this the same? Vault stuff? Oh no, a mystery. We have a thing. We have a MacGuffin. And it does things that are maybe cool. Who knows what happens? Just, you don't need to like introduce it as like, oh, it's the same, it's like part of the same thing in like episode 1. You don't have to spell it out immediately. But like, you can have them both have pieces, and then, you know, they both look similar. So for the player, it's something to notice while the characters don't know it yet. And it's gonna come in at a good time, and they're gonna be like, why do you have that? How did you get that? Yeah, But yeah, yeah. Also, I guess because of the mocap stuff, but this game was very allergic to having support characters so far. And I'd like to like change that at least a little bit, of like, you know, have Anu like call phone more, like have them like you know, try to reach out to each other, because, like, Anu left Fong in a bad situation, and, like, they're trying to get out and, like, help each other, blah, blah, blah. Also, all of, like, Octavio's friends, question mark? I don't know what purpose they had in the game now, but, you know, we had a bunch of interesting side characters, yes. Like, you know, apart from Lou, we also had Danielle, I think her name was, like, the, like, assassin who committed the love crimes, I think. There was the small guy who was, like, the explodey one, and there was, like, the guy with the ratchets that sold tacos. But you could turn it into cool, like, support characters that can exist for more than one scene, and also can really be used to, like, show the difference between Anu, who, like, has no fucking clue how to talk to people, and Octavio, who, you know, has friends that don't, you know, like... Because that also felt weird to me in the game. I had the feeling like Octavio was supposed to be, like, the talky, like, person who knew people, but then every time he tried to do something with that, like, people, like, insulted him, and, like, I had no reason to believe why any of these, like, people would do anything for him, because he was so awkward around them, and just, they didn't seem like friends, really. But you can have that be a thing. Yes. I think, honestly, just that is already, like... and I felt like the character all the introverted gamers would empathize with. Yes, but also... no. Again, I think that was supposed to be the point, but for me, they missed the mark. Sorry, something fell. For me, they missed the mark with that, because I think it was also, like, also because of the game had a lot of, like, dialogue with nothing happening, and then, like, Anu's, like, introverted, awkward, like, you know, panicky moments really felt like they were just padding for time. That was my problem with it mostly, like... that was them missing the mark, yeah. But yeah, I think she could be that in, like, the rewritten version, where she just is the more introverted, the one who has trouble speaking in front of, like, a groups, and just, like, has trouble, like, getting her ideas across and stuff. Again, like, very Tannis, but not Tannis. Because Tannis also has a little bit of the problem, but in a different way. But, like, very, like, the person who isn't listened to kind of thing. That was the intent, but they went so far it became insulting and annoying. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I think that's already, like, a, like, better first episode of, like, start with Anu again, not in Atlas Helios, but, like, on Promethea, at, like, the top, so it, like, is familiar, because you've seen Atlas headquarters before, so, you know, that's fun and familiar. And, like, get, like, proper and stuff. Alpha, like, Upper Promethea. Yeah, exactly. Also, like, a fun little, like, location card. Have her be, like, nervous and talk to Fong about, like, how she's about to present her stuff. But also she's nervous because she doesn't know how to talk, and maybe Fong can talk, but no, Fong won't let her, and also, like, you have good ideas, but, like, your morals sometimes get in the way, and, like, at least, you know, if this is, like, a healing ray that she's tried to make, if we want to go with that line, it's like, oh, but this is very good, and good for, like, the people and stuff, and you can go present it, and things and stuff like that. You know, trying to, like, you know, be friends, yay, they're friends. And, like, hint towards, like, her brother and, you know, whatever he's doing. Which Anu doesn't really like to talk about. Presentation starts. Anu is messing it up. Because that's her thing. She can't do it. Worse is, there are soldiers coming in. They look like TDR soldiers. But people aren't noticing and telling her to continue on. She can't warn them because, again, not good at talking in front of people. TDR takes over. Stuff goes to shit. Fong helps Anu escape. Anu promises, you know, to help Fong and, like, keep in contact, all that jazz. Anu goes to check on her brother because even though, like, it's happened, she's still worried for her brother. She goes down, cuts to, start of Octavio's story. Title card with Octavio, also you. We see him with Cyclone Race, we see him, like, with his friends who are maybe, like, part of his crew or something, or, like, helping him. Like, Cyclone Race without, like, you know, without rules. So if you know an assassin who can take out your opponent, it's fair game. You know, that kind of nonsense. I have him, like, get hurt. Enter Louis, exactly. Which is also, like, because that makes Louis' thing also funnier, because it's, like, Louis' like, killing thing is that he has to know someone's name so he can look them up in the database, just in case they have, like, a, like, what's the word for it? Like a wanted poster? Basically. They just have, like, that in, like, the middle of a race. Of, like, Octavio rolling up to, like, his opponent, also bounty, thank you. Of, like, rolling up to his opponent who's also in the cyclone and just trying to, like, start up a conversation like, hey, what's your name? Just have that just go on in the middle of the race. That's really funny to me, actually. Just in the middle. Also establishes Octavio perfectly as, like, the talky person and the person who, you know, gets along with people. Oh yeah, put, like, contracts on people, but, like, you see Octavio put out contracts on people before, like, the show for, like, the winnings or whatever, and just, like, within the race, like, rolling up to people, like, hey, just casual conversation until they say their name and Louis takes them out. Like, they're gaming the system. real fucking hard. Maybe like Tedior, like stuff happens. So the race gets cut off. Hey, what's your name? The Jet. Yeah, no, I mean like, what does your mom call you? Disappointment. Wow. So, guess not a great relationship. No, that's my name. Disappointment. Get shot. Could have repercussions later would be cool. Yeah. Maybe like the race gets cut off because TD is taking over. So there's no like winner. You have like chaos is happening. Like, okay, like stuff is happening. They don't know why TD is taking over. They also don't really care. You know, the sentient gun. I think he comes back later in the original game. I think I read that while I was skimming through. But let Octavio have the talking gun. Brock, yeah, let Octavio have the talking gun. You introduce a talking gun and then just throw him away? No. Octavio gets the talking gun. Yeah, it can have repercussions later indeed. You know, get them into extra trouble. From like the lower tier as well, not just from up above. But like the TDR happens, like stuff happens, and they like decide to like reconvene at France, because that's where, you know, they always hang out, and that's like a safe space. Even though it isn't really, because it got really messed up with like the Malawan invasion. Which is again why nobody's like actually like wondering why TDR is happening. They just accept it as a fact that it is happening, because that's the same thing as what happened with Malawan. So you can see like a very different attitude between Octavio and Anu already, of like Anu going, fuck, shit is happening, I need to get out, this is dangerous. And Octavio going, yeah, shit's happening. Again. When isn't it? So then you have like a good like point, like meeting point at Fran of like because that's where Octavia is going, because it's a safe space, and maybe like Anu knows it as like, oh, that's the place where my brother used to hang out, or that's, you know, where I left him all the time as a kid while I went out to do stuff. Who knows? Like, she knows that as like a safe space. Fran, meanwhile, is doing her stuff with the frozen yogurt. Some rich person finding out about what happened, putting in contract an Octo to have Louis hunting them down while apologizing would also be fun. Yes. Honestly, I think that might happen. That would be fun. I think that would be fun. As like a later thing to happen. It... Also, like, I don't want to get rid of Louis. The game wants to get rid of Louis, because Louis is pretty overpowered and I don't know what to do with him. That's very much obvious in this game. But that is, like, a valid reason for Octo and Anu and Fran to, like, get away from Louis to do something. They can come back later. They will come back later. Louis is coming back. But like, you know, it is a valid reason to split Louis up from the group. Turns out it's like research and just some Atlas bit. Could be an Atlas bit, yeah. Could be multiple people, honestly. Could be like bounties from both sides. Could be like the thing you said earlier of like this psycho like lord who's just, you know, getting, you know, seeing that Octavio is like rigging the game and wants him gone. And then also Atlas Corporation, who is like, who thinks Anu is like a traitor because she didn't say anything, maybe? And then Anu and Octavio think it's TDR. Like, they're under the assumption that it's been TDR. That TDR put out the bounty on them. It's actually not. It's their, like, respective, like, roles. It's their parties. You know, I think that could be fun. Yeah, and then, like, that could also be, like, another, like, quest, in their story of, like, shit, Louis is after us, we know what Louis is able of, so we were gonna need to have this fixed. How do we do that? Well, it used to be like in this Atlas building. I guess it's now TDR building, but that's where we can change the contracts and get them cancelled. You have to, like, break into there. Dave just starts trying to go Louis into... Even better. Okay, even better. Yes, I like that. Octavia starts trying to go Louis into making, like, the multiple contractors to haggle their prices. Yeah, to buy time. That's good. I like that. That's stupid and it's good. Because you get a full-on conversation between Octavio and Louis, where Octavio's trying to bullshit Louis so hard. And Louis is trying to, like, is trying his best to fall for the bullshit. Like, trying his best to be like, yes, you make a great point. Even though he's, like, fully aware Octavia's bullshitting. And then also, to work Anu into it, have Anu... It's just, the visual makes me laugh really hard. Of Anu, like, doing her, like, little slaps to, like, make something work. Oh, Louis. She's just bapping him. She's like, hold on, I can fix this. You're just slapping Louis, what's going on? Anyway, that's how Louis gains full sentience. Like throughout the game, you see him like starting to question like sentience and like, am I good? Am I killing people? Blah 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 blah. And that's the moment he's fully gained sentience. Just while Octavio is bullshitting at him and Anu is fucking smacking him. That is amazing. I love that. I know I'm capable of developing a solution to this, but I don't seem to be able to whack. Thank you, I comprehend the solution. And then the solution is like very heartfelt, actually. Just like I cannot like accept this contract because, you know, it's my bestie. This is suddenly like very sweet. Because Louis can finally admit that like they're friends instead of like, you know, being a full-on murder bot who's just doing his job. Actually, sweet and heartfelt moments in my Borderlands, it's more likely than you think. But, yeah. As for overarching plot, I think, like, the Crystal of Healing, the Magic MacGuffin, sweet and heartfelt moment punctuated by something stupid. Yeah. Probably Anu, like, smacking him again, because she thinks he's still broken, because he's, like, having a heartfelt conversation with her brother. Just like... The fuck are you doing that for? But yeah, for like overarching plot, I do think the Crystal of Healing, like, is a fun MacGuffin. Especially for like, first of all, I don't think they need to get it from a vault. I want to get that out of the... I don't want the episode 2 vault section to happen at all. I don't want it, I don't need it. It felt so insincere to, like, the only thing Borderlands takes semi-seriously. So, they're not, like... It's not an action game, these, like, characters are not actiony people, it didn't need to happen. They can just have the MacGuffin already. They just don't know that it's the MacGuffin yet. Cannot fulfill your contract. Because the sanctity of friendship is the clause that overrides any agreement. The bond that holds humanity together is stronger than a signature on a page. Besides, I've hacked into the database and put your name on it instead. Starts blasting me. Yes. Beautiful. But I do think the healing crystal that they get from that section, that they now already have as like 2 separate pieces that each of the sibling has, as like a MacGuffin that can heal people and stuff like that. I do think I'm gonna turn it against Gearbox. We can make this a story about corporate greed. You have a magical MacGuffin that can heal people, and you have an evil corporation that wants it. That sounds like a fucking health insurance scam waiting to happen. That, you know. Also, I just thought of this. I have no other thoughts behind this. Except for, speaking of health, can we put Dr. Zed in this? Because I think we should. It sounds like only the rich getting to use. Exactly. Like you have like the magical power of healing. You're gonna get millions for it. Bring Dr. Zed back, you cowards. I think honestly, I think the whole like shooting people to test out the like healing powers thing could be very funny with Dr. Zed. Because while it was happening in this episode, I was kind of like making noises and like, what the fuck is going on? But like, they're gonna be like, okay, we need to test this. We're gonna go, you know, like, maybe like, the parts have merged together, like, oh, we're gonna need to test it. Let's go to, like, the only person we know that can, you know, have, like, healing stuff going on. And Dr. Zed just being like, you want me to test it? Cool, shoot someone. Because he would do that immediately, without a second thought. There's only one way to test this. And have the others freaking out and just be like, him just be like, yeah, heal. Yeah, it works. Didn't think it would work, honestly. It was a weird, wild story that you just told me. Why did you shoot him then? You wanted me to test it out. So I tested it out. Did I mention I don't have a medical license? You believed in it, yeah. It was your, like, magic stone of healing. Fuck, I'm great at... We're great at coming up with Borderlands stories that make me laugh. This is almost great and perfect. Just want him pulling a gun and nonchalantly shooting Octo in the line. Yeah, absolutely. Just like... He's just fully like, you just told me a wild story that this crystal will heal people if they just hold it. Sure. You want me to test it out now? Cool, hold this. That's what Dr. Zat would do. He doesn't have a medical license. You shot me? Don't worry, I'm a doctor. You don't need that bit. Maybe. I don't know. You better hope that works, because you're not getting it back otherwise. You know I'm not a real doctor, right? Okay, let's do this. Let me just take a closer look, break slag. I wonder if it works for long-term injuries. Yeah, stupid shit like that. Which also reminds me of a fun fact I read. Punches out these, Crystal does nothing. Huh, guess they're supposed to come out. But yeah, fun fact. Which was on the wiki for Promethea, which is that 2 of the known characters that were born on Promethea are Roland and Doc Mercy, aka the fucking NPC that's there for one side quest in Borderlands 2, where you do a mission for Dr. Zed. And go shoot this guy who actually has a medical license and is doing, like, evil shit with it. Just thought I'd mention. Because I think it's really funny. Your mind has been replaying that Doc Mercy side quest this whole time. Yay. Yeah. I think, like... I mean, there's a few more things we can talk about, but, like, one thing I do want to mention... Good thing about Zed talking about iridium-infused weapons and going, turns out they're dope as hell! With the healing MacGuffin instead. Just like, yeah, this rocks! Look at that, it does actual healing and I can still put it in a gun. That's fantastic. Turns out, actually, if I put it in a gun, it can heal more than one person at a time. Who would have thunk? But yeah, I just think that he can, like, show up as a side character, as, like, a known side character, and just, like, you know, have a moment where they, like, help, like, the main cast, just like Scooter. One thing I do want to, like, think about a bit more, and I'll put it out for... Maybe not just like Scooter. No, he doesn't die. Dr. Zed can't die. He will never die. But one of the things I was, like, thinking about more is, like, locations. I'll, you know, like, put it out for you guys to think about it. Cause, like, in the game that I played, now, locations suck. Mostly because they're just talking at Fran's place for, like, half the time they've been on screen. But like, there's, apart from like the like Atlas like space station in the beginning and France, there's been no actual, like, apart from the vault, but even that was like, it's like in the sewer underground France. Like, you know, it's all not really been great location wise. It's not really anything that stands out, and it all feels like it's within walking distance, because they do walk everywhere. Apart from the space station, obviously, but like, we're getting rid of the space station because it was superfluous anyway. But like, you know, just thinking about them, because like, okay, I mean, we already have introduced cyclones, in this version, which I love personally, so already more options, because there's vehicles, because for everything we, you know, people didn't like the caravan in the first Tales from the Borderlands, but, you know, there was a way to get to places. Stay till the very end. And was used to get to places. And like, cyclones are a little bit more difficult in the fact that they're first, you know, it's a one-person thing. And there's also the whole thing with like Fran's scooter and how you do that. But like, cyclone racing circuits, underground location, yeah. But like, you can have something else in that place, like, you know, getting pulled along by cyclones. I do just want the moment of like Anu having to like get in the cyclone with Octavio somehow. It's a one-person vehicle. They have to like get in there. And she's just like, is this safe? And Octavio just goes, no. And just drives off. What do you think? Just very hard now on whether it's safe or not. But yeah, I guess like Atlas headquarters, like being at like Upper Promethea, is like already like a cool location you can get from. Like France, obviously. Octavio's like cyclone racing circuit, which I guess we can like get back to at some point. For stuff and reasons. Honestly, wherever the fuck Dr. Zed is, that sounds like a very fake location, because it is, but like... the guy... a lower Promethea, which nobody really knows about. They eat scrap metal and think the sky is a myth. Honestly, yes. You also just gave me an idea for like, what's her name? I keep forgetting it. Stapleface. Put Stapleface in lower Promethea. Also, because she seems like the type to eat scrap metal and think the sky is a myth. Which also, another fun fact, which I also mentioned to Chris during that stream, of like, Promethea has a very fucked up day-night cycle, because technically, the sun never sets. The sun is always at a fixed point in the sky, and it's night whenever a meteor, like, happens to be in front of it. Just, you know, throwing that out into the universe. That is canon in Borderlands. Give staple face cybernetics. Yes. Also that. That's wild, I know. It's also just another piece of cool lore that they could have done something with and didn't because they wanted it to be New York. How does that work? I guess, like, Promethea doesn't rotate? Or, like, I don't know, it has its own sun? I don't know enough about space to figure out how this works. Lower, Promethea. The sun is real? What's it like? Baby, awful. Yes. How does that work? It's Borderlands. You don't need to know how that works. Someone else will figure it out. Multiple stars would work, but not spinning does not. I don't fucking know. I don't think it's multiple stars, because it is explicitly stated on the wiki that the sun is like a fixed point in the sky, so that wouldn't work for multiple stars. But I don't know. I don't know how it works. But yeah. There's a light side and a night side, yeah. Presumably. I mean, I don't think the night side would be very, like, livable. But then again, light side also doesn't sound ideal. The planet can spin, it's just spinning in sync with its orb. Yes. Yeah, perpetual. Yeah. Like the side of the moon that's always facing her. But yeah, I like the idea of there being a lower Promethea where Staple faces from. Also to give, like, Promethean, psychos. That's what they're called. Yeah, psychos. Promethean psychos, like something that's, like, different from Pandoran psychos. It always has to be worse, because it's Promethea. But, like, also, you know, Staple face, and, like, you know, you can still have her, like, have her thing with Anu going on, that's cute. Also, like, the cybernetics I think is cool, and also, like, the idea that Dark had earlier of, like, this, like, weird addiction to, like, cybernetics. Which also makes sense with, like, this staple face thing of, like, very, like... Because, you know, staple face, a stapled face, is a little bit odd. And a little bit not something that a normal person would do. And the days and years would be really long. Yes, technically. I mean, I don't know. You two can make this make sense, Chris and Dar. I believe in you. But yeah, it's a fun thing to have like a group of people who, unlike most prepping teens, live in like perpetual darkness, because like basically the entirety of like Meridian is like built on top of them. So, you know, they don't know sun, they don't know sunlight, they're addicted to, you know, everything that's like cybernetics and like scraps of metal and like whatever the fuck they get from the city. Which is probably also a fun thing of like, you know, like I imagine like their lowest point like happens there. You know, they probably meet Staple Face before that, but like their lowest point happens in lower Promethea, because it feels appropriate, and also it's perpetually in darkness. And also it could be a fun thing of like, oh, we need this and this and this, but we don't, you know, we don't have any resources, we don't have money, we don't have, you know, any tech, and then just like, well, you're a genius, here is junk, figure it out. And then Anu does. And Octavio's kinda amazed by it. I'm a cyborg. Technology is in me. I don't think staples are sufficiently advanced technology. And here they are. That's a very fun interaction. I like that. Yeah, I think that could work as a like a lowest point. Also, like, cause I imagine at that point, like, Louis is hunting them. I like to assume. Like that's during that, like that's the point where everything's gone to shit and they need to figure stuff out. And they need to figure it out quick before, like, corporate greed does stuff. You know? I haven't really figured out what, like, the antagonists do or want beyond corporate greed, which is always a great team. But yeah, I do think, like, for like the Louis stuff, there's like at least like minor antagonists and like from both Octavia and Atlas, Anus, like from Octavia's circle of like, you know, cyclones, like racing where they, you know, meet the wrong person, cross the wrong person, and from Anus like think she has betrayed Atlas, like, you know, but that's relatively minor and not all that connected to like stuff. We need some minor villains. That's probably also why nothing is happening in this in the actual game. There's no minor villains. You know, like, where's the Vasquez? Where's the August? You know, stuff like that. Where's the 2 fucking goons who keep showing up? Stuff like that. Was about to say where is Handsome Jack, but Handsome Jack wouldn't be in this game. But you know what I mean, like where Handsome Jack is in itself a threat. So you know, where's the threat? Who is the threat? Who is it? Who's gonna be the traitor? Like, you know, like who's gonna betray whom's? Still haven't touched much on Fran's insurance thing. I think that can comedically blow out on all proportion to the point that people start hunting it down for months. Yes. Like, I'm trying to figure it. I should think out loud so you guys can like help me. But like, not main villains, but fun side villains. That's collectors, buddy cop idiots. Yeah. Yes. And I'll do a little bit better. Fun, like, side villains who turn into an actual threat, cause, like, what's the term for it? It's like, you know, when someone, like, buys your debts, you know? But yes to fun side villains, buddy cops, idiots. And then suddenly, oh shit, these people are an actual threat because TVR has given them, like, you know, actual stuff because they've taken over, like, the debt. But still somehow send these goons after us? Violent? I don't know the exact term for it. But yes to like a couple of like loan shark villains who can like mess stuff up, especially in the beginning. Because Fran's been like, you know, Fran's been waiting for like her insurance thing to finally pay out. Has collected the debts because of that. Now loan sharks are coming after her. And then it like escalates from there. But at first they're dumb and funny. They're goons. You need to have a couple of good goons who can mess shit up. It seems that our plan has backfired, and TDR's new bid on Octavia's bounty is Fran's death. Honestly, I looked at that sentence and my first thought was like, make that more complicated, make that sentence more complicated and involve more people. So the goons can say that, and like everyone's just going, what? The fuck is your plan? Like from their point of view, their plan was very straightforward. But shit's gone so downhill on Promethea that now they're just like, we don't know what's happening either. Just more and more people keep coming in on this death. We just want to collect this this money. Please give us money. So what's your plan? I don't know anymore. And then they joined the crew. You know, at like the very last episode, when they're just like, hold on. Hold on a second. The fuck you mean TDR is like trying to like monetize, like majorly monetize healthcare to the point so only millionaires will be able to afford it. I got my arm blasted off. For TDO, why are we getting the short stick? No, fuck that, we're joining you guys now, and everyone's just like, what? Wait, everyone's confused. Like, that's very, like, last episode stuff. Last episode developments from these goons. They've just been confused this entire time. Now I imagine, like, yeah, okay, yeah. I love them. They don't exist, but I love them. Just these two goons that seem kind of scary in the beginning, but also fucking stupid. They're idiots. They're little idiots who get easily distracted. Honestly, they can have the entirety of, like, the TDR soldiers I love you spiel. I think that would work for them. And, you know, the protagonists get away while they're doing, you know, talking stupid stuff. It's real simple. If we work with you, then do you promise not to kill us? Sure? Great, that's a better offer than TDR. We're with you. We're business guys through and through. You make terrible deals. We get that a lot. What needs cybernetics that just keeps getting blasted up but never hurts them really? Yes. But they always react like it hurts them really before going, oh no, wait, hold on, that was a cybernetic, I'm fine actually. They start off huge and end up tiny, yes. One of them gets, like, the Wilhelm scream, for sure. Like, something explodes, they go off flying, and they get the Wilhelm scream. That's, you know, bound to be in Borderlands at some point. Yes, I love these two dumb goons with my entire heart, and I wish they were real. Yeah. 'Cause that's fun. That's a real threat in the beginning, but still not that serious, and then later it's like barely a threat. Only like the first time they scream and make a big deal, but I just like, ha, gotcha, I didn't feel a thing. Yeah. The first time they do it, it's like on purpose, and it's just like, ha, bet you didn't see this coming. And then later, it's like legitimately them forgetting that they have cybernetics. Next roster 16 symbols asks Space Fantasy. Oh, not again. Please stop doing that. Yes, exactly. Oh, love that. Yeah. Yeah, I also like that because they're not really after the MacGuffin either. They're just like they want the money, but then it turns complicated. Then like maybe they want the MacGuffin because they work for TVA now, but then no, they switch sides and stuff happen. Guess the MacGuffin is still a little bit vague about like what it is. Mostly in like comparison to original Tales' MacGuffin, who is the best baby. I do think like I do think in Origin it's like a vault thing, cause like, you know, in Borderlands 3 alone, there's more than enough vaults on Promethea, so like, for one of them, that's the first day. Yes. It's one loan shark, like proper loan shark, and a like little apprentice buddy. Who is trying very hard to be cool. That's the one with the cybernetics. Just completely like, I'm blah 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 and I'm here for the money and this is my unpaid intern, Joffrey. They're here for the first day. Anyway, give us the money. And then it escalates from there. He's my cousin. Or like, something like... nephew, probably. He's my nephew. Like, oh no, my sister is gonna kill me when she hears that he got hurt, and then, oh no, it's a cybernetic. Oh, that's fine then. As long as you don't tell your mom about it. Just hush, I will pay for it. As a loan shark, you know when to hush. This is one of those things, because your mother is worse. God, dumb. I love it. I love dumb stuff. Mom bought the cybernetic for me on my bar mitzvah. Shh, I'll buy you another one on the way home. Well, get the money here. I'll buy you a new cybernetic with the money I get from here. Your mom never has to know. But it won't be the same one. You should shut up. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I was rude. I love you. I love you. Also thinking like... I'm thinking like timeline-wise of like, cause Borderlands, not Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands, the original one, takes course over like a longer like period of time, technically, where like, you know, cause the characters have to get from A to B and blah 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 and stuff has to happen. And thinking like, honestly, I think timeline-wise, this would be the best if like a week max. Probably short. Cause like the main characters, like the playable characters, all know each other already. You just have to like repair the relationships between them, and under duress that can happen like pretty quickly. Like considering the shit that's going on, you know. That can happen like very quickly. Like they're gonna get tested in like, you know, stuff, and like they're gonna see each other's point of view clearer. And like, cause that's all they really need. You don't need to like really set up any relationship between them, cause it already exists. And like within like a week time span, you can still like set up like some cute stuff between like Stapleface and Anu, or like, you know, get the start of new like relationships or whatever. A lot of the silliness can come from everything happening so quickly. Yeah. Also, like, a lot of the threat can come from everything happening so quickly. Like, there's an invasion happening. Cool. We didn't think it had anything to do with us. Within the same day, we're getting proven so fucking wrong. You know, stuff happens. Oh, they're after us. Oh, they're after the MacGuffin. Oh, stuff, you know, we're getting thrown from place to place. Oh, we need to meet up with Dr. Z, because we're doing that. Like, we need to stop this corporation ASAP, because otherwise bad shit's gonna happen. Because they want to make money, and they want to make money with something that can, like, instantly heal people. So they want to, like, not make it available, and they want people to get hurt. Like, it's not their ultimate goal to, like, torture people or anything, but, like, the more people that are gonna get hurt in this process, the better it's gonna be for the corporation in the long run. You know? So they don't really care. Yeah, because I don't want all corporations to feel like the same, and like I don't know, like from the original game that we've already pretty much let go at this point. Like, you know, the ultimate thing for TDR is to make this, like, device that tortures people and become kings of the universe, basically. Which, like, no. Maybe I don't know enough about TDR, but that doesn't feel like it. It feels dumb and stupid and not like something a corporation would do. I don't know TDR's origins that well, but still. Let me Google TDR real quick just to see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this might change stuff. Cause it's like, hold on. Let me just read this out loud. TDR prides itself on being the common man brand, providing cheap and accessible guns to all. Fittingly, their marketing focus has always been family-oriented and comparable to real-life budget companies, with advertisements that boast the affordability of their guns and encouraging their customers to buy their weaponry in bulk. It's also the gun that explodes when you reload. So that's fun. And everyone kind of sees it as like like the cheap and affordable, like, inferior company and brand. That seems to be the TDR's vibe. So that may change. Since we have discovered a cure for all injuries and diseases, we have put a halt to the production of any prior medication and treatment which have been rendered redundant. Please sign up to the new treatment program today. Hospitals start exploding. Oh, that would be really funny though. Now you can break free from the tyranny of Big Pharma with our new all-purpose homegrown more hospitals explode. Honestly, yeah, you can still make that work of just like, yeah, we're gonna do this like objectively evil thing, but also, you know, you want the best for your children, so sign up for our new health insurance. Don't mind the explosions. Or just, you know. They're like led by the competition and they think TDR is not great. However, TDR now provides the best healthcare. No more Big Pharma. Is the Big Pharma Dr. Seth in this case? Considering his, like, healing stuff is everywhere. That's why he teams up with you. It's just like, yes, yes, the Big Pharma, aka this one guy without a medical license. perfect. I love it so much. This one doctor is actually not a doctor anymore, yeah. How dare they call me Big Pharma? I don't even have a doctorate. God, I love that as just like either as like a tiny little cutscene like at the very beginning of an episode or like at like an end of episode tease of just like this little like very like family oriented like old style like Mickey Mouse kind of like animated like advertisement for like new TDR healthcare. Like, you know, new TDR health package. And just like, you know, like implied to be doctors at like way in the foreground and just like putting down, you know, his like little Dr. Zed health pack. Like, I love that. I want to see this. I want this. Hey, Gearbox, hire me. I can make a Tales from the Borderlands game. Also, it seems like a good time to remind people that at one point I did say that if the Borderlands movie sucked, I would, like, rewrite the script for it. Legitimately. Which I still will. So we'll see about that. I'm challenging Gearbox. No reminding necessary. I remember. Good. I'll value your opinion on the Borderlands movie. Yeah. You say it sucks, I will write it for you specifically. Hopefully Gearbox had nothing to do with the writing of the film. I think Chris at one point said that it had like a lot of writers like walking out on the project, so who knows what's been happening there. Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's a good point to end this stream. Next stream. I don't fucking know. I thought I was gonna finish this game. I had no plans. Is that the time? Yeah. Spent 4 times longer talking than playing. XCOM 2. Stop trying to get me to play XCOM 2. It's not gonna happen. Frostbite. No, that's yours. That's your game. I'll probably have some shit that I wanna play. What can I play? Or I might just talk more about Borderlands. I'll make more Borderlands stories to make up for this shitfest. It's gonna be my next 10 streams, is just making better Borderlands stories than Gearbox. I can't. We'll see. I'll find something, probably. Valheim, and figure out how anything works. Listen. My role in Valheim is NPC. I'm sorry. That sounds really rude. But I just... Everyone keeps doing shit and I just, you know, wanna be a little guy in the village. I wanna be a Skyrim NPC. And sometimes do shit that Dark tells me to do. Ford is just a yawl now, so yeah, that's fine. Want to run a little far? Yay. All gonna carry that NPC energy. But yeah, I'll figure out. I'm getting really tired, so I really need to end the stream. So I'll figure out something next week, probably. Also, maybe potentially more streams next week. Who knows? Because I'm all alone next week. For the first time in my life, I am alone for an entire week. Because my parents are going on holiday, and, you know, my brothers live elsewhere now, so I'm all alone in the house. And I need company. You're also off that week. Yay! We can do shit together. Or run the... Have to have a good time. Have to have a good time too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll be fine, probably. Just have to figure out food and stuff. You want to chat or something? Figure stuff out. But for now, I'll end the stream. What else have we got? Let's go. Probably a lot, because you've gifted me stuff a bunch. Oh, that was the little game that you gave me with the little... Yeah. Maybe I'll play that next week. It's Incolinati? I don't know if that's how I pronounce it, but it's like a little... I mean, probably just a one-stream thing. But it's like a little game, and it's in the style of, like, medieval manuscripts. Or, like, the drawings and stuff. Illumination. Anyway. Might play that with you. The silly little doodle battle. Yeah. Could at least fill one stream with that. So yeah, might play that next week. But for now, good night everyone. I hope y'all had a good time, talking shit about Borderlands with me. And I hope that we at least got the start of a better new Tales out there. I think we did. I think we very much did. Fuck new Tales, yeah. Welcome to Better Tales from the Borderlands. That's the title, Better Tales. And that also sounds like we're competing with the original Tales, so maybe just better new Tales. The title just gets longer. Yeah, they really fucked this one up. Just everything, in vibe and in characters and in everything. Anyway. Better new Tales, yeah! Anyway, for now, good night everyone. Bye bye. Love y'all. Bye bye. Bye.